His upper body looks as undefined as perhaps we'll ever see it. But Hakuoho is loving his return to practice bouts after 5 months without. He gorged off the thrill of 28 of them yesterday, in his first taste of fighting since returning to in-ring practice on December 26th. Taking all but one of those bouts off colleagues Otani, Ishii and Chuda. He then borrowed ex-Johoku schoolmate Tenshoho's chest for charging. "Boy, that was fun," he grinned to the press. "Much more than before the op, when my sumo was stunted by fears of when my shoulder would pop out next. It can withstand far stronger impacts now, so I can train in full swing, which is great." "At last he returns," Coach Miyagino exclaimed, "but he's sure got lots of work to do." He's also sure to compete this month. Unlike his colleague Kiho, though, who watched all that with wistful eyes while he stamped his feet on the practice ring for the first time since his left foot operation 2 months ago. It's thought the ex-amateur Yokozuna will now be out until May, but his ego is sure to propel him through. "Just when I've made you forget about me, I'll bounce back with a string of titles. Division 4, a couple in Division 3, then Division 2, and thus get myself to Division 1, he said. He's mainly doing upper body work for the moment, his biceps and forearms ballooning still. "Just tell your readers I've done some special training," he said with retained high spirits. Observing Kiho and Hakuoho was this young lad here, who featured in Hakuoho's final bout segment at last year's retirement event. His name is Usaydeams. He's a 23-year-old Mongolian, and he'll make his pre-sumo debut in the upcoming meet. He's lived in Japan since 2016, naturally gone to Johoku High, and impressed at university level, claiming the prestigious Kanazawa Championship. His father and great-grandfather were both crowned Yokozuna in Mongolian sumo. The latter, believe it or not, actually coached Hakuoho's father. That's the strength of the bond these two have. No wonder the young lad starred in this set piece. He's the same height as Hakuoho, but over twice the weight Hakuoho was when he made his pro debut. And of course he's 8 years older. Let's see what the boy can do. Asanoyama had held off practice bouts for the entire December tour, but rushed back in on the 26th of last month as he felt he could wait no longer. That day saw him fight Asakoryu, of course, and Mongolian Asahakuryu, some 15 times in total, his inside right grip said to be working well. "My left calf is okay for now, but let's see how it holds up under heavier foes," he said, vowing to head to other stables in order to test it out. So yesterday, January 4th, he took his bunker-like upper body all the way to Ibaraki and Nishonoseki stable for a workout with Onosato and newly named Shirokuma. He went 1-3 against Onosato, being notably blown away with a left arm block. "Bit of a thrashing," he told the press. "Onosato's got real power and moves his hips in to attack so well. He felt really strong to me." Onosato had the previous day gone 5-4 against Shirokuma in a turbocharged session. Poignantly, he and Asanoyama shared reflections on the New Year's Day quake, which caused damage to Asanoyama's grandmother's house and cut off Onosato's family's power and water, as well as ripping up the wider prefecture. I do feel I must try yet harder this time to give fellow Ishikawans something even remotely bright to talk about, Onosato said. Agreed, Asanoyama added. I think we can make an impact by picking up lots of wins. Elsewhere, Hitoshi, so wickedly injured on salary debut last time, has vowed to contest January, even though he's still not ready. Right ankle ligament damage and chipped bone nearby among his current afflictions. But I'm getting back in the ring as I want my white practice belt back, he said. I had no intention of dropping again, and even gave my cotton practice sash away, as I felt it was no longer needed. Now I've had to have a new one made up. And I want to forget November full stop. The only slightly good thing about it was that even with just one working leg, I could still hold ground in the ring a bit. Hitoshi is already fighting practice bouts. His one-time Saitama Sakai teammate Kotonowaka is now so far ahead of him, he's aiming for Ozeki. After rounding off last year's training on December 31st, much later than most other stables, he said, "What will be in 2024. I must keep my eyes on the rank above and try to output all I've done in training. It's time to prepare for an assault on Ozeki and the title." He finished 2023 by challenging upper third-tier pair Koto Kendyu and Koto Tebakari to rush him and test his resistance. And finally, his stablemate Kotoshoho has announced he's become a dad. And some time ago at that. His son was born on October 24th in his wife's hometown of Fukuoka. Hence, father and son could spend time together both before and after the November meet, in which, of course, Shoho was crowned second-tier champion. "My son provides extra motivation," he said. "I suppose he helped take me to that title," which was his third at second-tier level, a feat I maintained was extremely rare when I spoke to him in Tochigi. "Oh, but it's nothing to really shout about," Shoho typically humbly said. "I've got to deliver in Division 1. He fought Kotonowaka 15 times on December 30th. What results will his 15 tournament bouts bring 1 year after his Emperor's Cup bid?